Hello and welcome back to Math is Easy. This is a part 2 video and answering the question, given the dimensions of a rectangular prism, what is the volume in cubic feet of that rectangular prism rounded up to the hundredths place? So let's review some of the knowledge, skills, and abilities that you must use in order to answer this question. So you must convert all values of inches into feet. Now, technically, you could convert feet into inches, but since the instructions were to keep all answers in cubic feet, then you got to change inches into feet. All right, so we have 20 inches was the length and 10 inches was the width. So we have to convert these inches into feet. And I know there are 12 inches equal to 1 foot, or 1 foot over 12 inches. 1 foot to 12 inches, that's a ratio, 1 over 12. And you would multiply each of these values by 1/2. Well, anything times 1 is itself. So I'm going to explain this by dividing 2 into 20 inches and, 12, right? 1 foot to 12 inches. 12 inches divided into 20 inches, and 12 inches divided into 10 inches will give you the equivalency in feet. All right, so follow along with me. I'd like to show you some of that now. So since there are 12 inches in every foot, you can divide 12 into each value to convert into feet. Okay, you want to use your calculator to do this, right? So I'm going to show you those steps right here. All right. So 20 divided by 12 equals 1.67. Now remember, you want to round up to that hundredths place. And I'll show you that here in a second, because that's what the instruction says. 10, right? 10 inches divided by 12 equals 0.83 feet. Okay, that's our width. And again, you want to round up to that hundredths place. That is part of the instructions. So when you plug this into a calculator, let me show you what that looks like here. When you punch in 20 divided by 12 into a calculator, you get 1.666, and the 6 just repeats. That's what that symbol means above the 6. It's just going to keep repeating, repeating, and repeating. The number to the right of the 6, if it's 5 or larger, you can round up that hundredths place. So the number to the right of the 6 in the hundredths place is 5 or larger, so that 6 becomes a 7. 1.67. Okay, like you see it here. 10 divided by 12, punch that into a calculator, you get 0.83333. So the 3 repeats over and over and over and over and over again. The number to the right of the hundredths place, is that 5 or larger? No. Then that 3 is just going to stay the same like you see it up here, 0.83. All right. So now we have our two values in feet. 1.67 feet, 20 inches equals 1.67 feet. 10 inches equals 0.83 or 83 hundredths of a foot. Let's go ahead and plug it into the volume of a rectangular prism formula. So the volume defined is length times width times height. The volume of a rectangular prism, length times width times height. These values were converted here, 1.67 of a foot times 0.83 of a foot times the 3 in the problem was already in feet. So we don't need to convert that 3, right? So length times width times height. You're going to multiply all of these values. And these are feet, feet, feet. There's an invisible 1 in the exponent's place, right? And when you multiply, like any variable, x, y, z, meters, feet, you add the exponents, which gives you feet cubed. And you really don't have to know that. That is in the answer for you. It's just a further explanation. So if you multiply 1.67 times 0.83 times 3, you end up with a volume of 4.1583 cubic feet. I just explained that. So we have to round our value up to the hundredths place, right? 0.1 is the tenths, 0.15 is the hundredths. The value to the right of the 5, is it 5 or larger? Yes, it's 8. So I can round that 5 up to a 6. And you see that here, 4.16 cubic feet. Our answer is D. Let me show that to you again as a review, a reminder. Our values, remember we eliminated B, we eliminated C, and so A or D was our guess, 50% guess. Hey, if you would have guessed D, you would have got that answer correct. You would have got that answer right. So that is how you find the volume of a rectangular prism by converting those values. If I went too fast, please stop, pause, rewind the video. And so here are some internet searches that you can do in order to find some worksheets with answers. All right, so again, you want to conduct a search on the internet for worksheets with answers for rounding values to the hundredths place, converting inches to feet, practicing finding volume of shapes. Oh, Jiminy Christmas, sorry about that. Watch out now. Multiply with decimal values. Of course, you can watch my exponential product rule videos and my invisible ones videos as well. They will help you in understanding. Math is easy. Take it step by step. Thank you for joining me. If you like these videos or you find them helpful and you think they can help others, help me to help others, please like, follow, share, subscribe. Thank you for your time. Math is easy. Just take it step by step.